Hi, today is April 7th, 2026, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 537 for the year 48th anniversary. Today, April 7th, is the 48th anniversary of the first time I ever saw Jonathan Richman perform. My first Jonathan experience had come a few months earlier when Alex Garvin brought the Modern Lovers live album to my place. He had just been in London where someone in a record shop told him he had to buy it. I shudder to think what kind of life I might have had if that hadn't happened. You never know. Maybe I'd be dead. Maybe I'd be a multi-millionaire who wished he was dead. It is hard for me to imagine a better fate for myself than to have discovered Jonathan when I did. People have actually told me that my work saved their life. Jonathan certainly saved mine. Poem number 538. April 7th, 1978. Back in those days, it was fairly straightforward. If someone was playing, you went to the venue on the day the tickets went on sale, and you buy the tickets. I bought 6 tickets for Jonathan, and a few weeks later, Allison, Phil, Alex, Noel, Sarah, and I were sitting in the 6th row. He played songs from a forthcoming album, including Affection and Abdul and Cleopatra, and he played a lot of stuff from the live album. And as we rushed the stage at the end, he told us to wait there until he came out again. So we waited there until almost everyone had left, not certain we had heard him correctly. Then he came out and answered our questions, and he was so nice. I still had no idea that I would ever get up on stage and be a performing artist, but the kind of performing artist I ended up being began to take shape that night. Poem number 539, Be Who You Are. It is rare to see a performer perform so effortlessly that you are convinced that it's not an act, that this is more or less who this person is. I guess I want to say that it says a lot about a performer to even want to create the illusion that what one is presenting is one's true self, or at most a somewhat amplified version of one's true self. Be who you are was what Jonathan seems to say in his songs, on his records, in his performances. It is not always easy, but for me at least, it's always been easier than trying to be someone else. I guess that's another thing Jonathan gave me, permission to just be who I am. Poem number 540, Astonished. When I think about those first experiences, hearing Jonathan and then seeing him, I go back to the best part of being 17, the ability to be completely astonished by someone with a guitar singing songs. I have seen Jonathan Richman play many times since then, and I find I still have the ability to be astonished. Maybe not completely astonished, but astonished. And the last poem of the day, poem number 541, Let It Show. I have a performance tonight in New Haven, and just after I wrote that last sentence, I have a performance tonight in New Haven, I looked up the chords to Hi Dear by Jonathan Richman, and it looks like after I read this poem to the audience, I'm going to play Hi Dear. I mean, it almost feels like the time has come. I can't hide my love forever. I can't hide my love at all. I'm going to let it show. I know it. Hi dear, I know you still care about me, even when you don't let it show. I appreciate you.